Very serious time now, kids. We're going to attempt to do day 3 without coffee. I know. No coffee. This could get ugly, kids. I'm not going to lie. This might get really crazy here. Let's see what I can do, though. Okay, I'll try not to screw up as much as possible, and we're going to solve us some problems. All right, chillin'. You ready to rock and roll? I'm ready to rock and roll. Hit subscribe, hit like. Tell me how much you enjoy my videos. Don't be mean to me. I'm old. I don't like it. Anyway, here we go. Seems like we've been here before. Seems like I've done this almost exact same problem like 3 times now. Nothing's changing much today except we're working with tangents. So we're going to subtract 1. I get 2 tangent theta equals 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. And I get tangent theta equals 1. Well, now, wait. We got to think about tangent. Tangent's positive in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. And so we say, okay, when does tangent equal 1? Oh, yeah, that's at 45 degrees. Okay. So I'm going to keep that one because it's in the first quadrant, and it's positive, and we always keep when it's positive. And then I got to do this one over here. It's 180 plus 45. We are at 225. Wow, that wasn't bad. Let's try this one. Tangent equals negative 1/2. I don't have a clue. It's negative 1/2. So I got to go over my calculator. And I got to say, calculator, help me out, man. Help me out. I am in degree mode, which is good. I'm going to do the inverse tan of 0.5. That's a half. And I get 26.565. 26.565. That's what theta is equal to. Round to the nearest degree, theta is equal to 27 degrees. Okay, no problem. Let's see, it's negative, so I'm not going to keep it. I got to remember tangent is negative in this quadrant and in this quadrant. So this is 180 minus 27, otherwise known as 153. And 360 minus 27, otherwise known as 333. Wow, 2 down. Now I got to remember to stop the video, otherwise it's going to sound like a karate movie from the 70s that's been dubbed. Why can I not move this? All right, there we go. Cotangent scary. How long have I gone for? Cotangent scary. We're going to subtract 3. Subtract 3. I get cotangent theta equals 2. So theta is equal to the inverse cotangent of 2. So tangent, inverse cotangent, what happened there, of 2. That's weird. Oh, it's 3, not 2. Holy mackerel. Let's subtract 2. Subtract 2. We'll get 3. Well, that's not embarrassing at all. Let's go. I knew the answer was. All right, 18.4, 18 degrees. Theta is equal to 18 degrees. It's positive 3. It's positive 3, so we're going to keep it. 18 degrees. And let's see, where else is tangent positive? Tangent and cotangent are positive in those. So I got to take 180 and add 18. I get 198 degrees. All right, one more and I got to take a small break. So this is the difference of perfect squares. I could do this one of 2 ways. I could factor it as tangent theta plus 1, tangent theta minus 1. Oh, minus 2. Or I can do it this way and say, okay, tangent squared theta is equal to 4. Come through, I'm tired of purple anyway, take the square root of both sides, and when you take the square root, you put a plus or minus, and I get tangent of theta equals plus or minus 2. Either way, I get that. Well, since it's plus or minus, that means we're going to have angles in all 4 quadrants. All 4 quadrants. I just got to figure out when tangent theta equals 2. So I'll do and tangent can be bigger than 2. We talked about that. So we're going to inverse tangent. The only ones that can are sine and cosine. Tangent theta of 2. Excuse me. I just screwed up. Brain fart. Inverse tangent. I even said it too. Inverse tangent of 2. I want to find the angle. The angle is 63.4. Rounded to the nearest degree. I get theta equals 63. Now, since it's positive or negative, we're going to keep it, and we're going to go to all 4 quadrants. So we're going to do 63. 180 minus 63 is 117. 180 plus 63 degrees is 243. And 360 minus 63 degrees is 297. All right, I got to hit pause. I'll be right back. And I'll be on the next problem. Bye. Factoring time! It's time. Oh my God. I don't know why. I just get so excited when I get the factor. It makes me happy. Factoring makes me happy. I am not a nerd. Leave me alone. You guys are mean. I'm not a nerd. I'm just a happy math teacher. Tangent theta. Tangent theta. Now this one shouldn't be too bad. Positive, which means the signs are going to be the same. They're both going to be negative. And they got to add up to 24, multiply 24 and add up to 11. We'll go 3 and 8. So equals 0. So I end up with tangent theta equals 3 or tangent theta equals 8. And that's okay. Tangent can equal as high as you want to go. Remember, the range for tangent is negative and positive infinity. Let's do them both. Inverse tan of 3, just to make my life easier, inverse tan of 8. So 72 and 83. 72, theta equals 72 degrees, and theta equals 83 degrees. So those are my 2 answers. Now, they're both positive, so we're going to keep them. And what we're going to keep, we're going to end up getting 4 answers. Now, tangent's positive in the first and the third. So we're going to keep both of these, 72 and 83. Then we're going to add to 180. So if I add 72 to 180, I get 252. And if I add 83, I get 263. Those are my 4 answers, chilling. Let's move. Oh my God, more factoring. I'm so excited. Ching. Now, at this point, you probably ought to hit the pause button and try this on your own, okay? It's not that difficult. Hit the pause button, try it on your own. Oh, you're back. Oh my God. Welcome back. Thanks for hitting the pause button. Thanks for being that good student. Not that loser student that just copies and watches the monkey perform. Ooh, I didn't mean to hit my microphone. Sorry, microphone. Anyway, since this is a negative, one has to be positive, one has to be negative. We got to end up with a larger sum that's negative. So we'll go -3 and +1. So this one ends up being tangent theta equals 3. And this one is tangent theta equals -1. Now, with tangent, you're not going to want to draw any shape because it's hard to figure out even when tangent equals 1. But this one we ought to know is 45 degrees. But it is negative, so tangent is negative in the second and fourth quadrant. So we'll get to those 2 angles in a second. Did we do inverse tan of 3 already? I don't know. I feel like I have. Oh, inverse tan of 3 was, I just did it. 72 degrees. That's how brain dead I am. So theta is equal to 72 degrees. So we're going to keep those 2. 72 degrees and 252, 180 plus. And then we can't keep 45. We got to get the one that's in the second quadrant, which is 180 minus 45, which is 135 degrees. And the one in the fourth quadrant, which is 360 minus 45 degrees, which is 315. That's it, kids. Taking a break. I'll be right back. I got a riddle for you. What's better than factoring? Give up? Harder factoring! Oh my God, look at that! This is harder factoring because the squared term is bigger than 1. Oh my God. Whew. Missed my calling. Should have been a comedian. I should have. All right, first things first. Let's set it equal to 0. There's nothing better than factoring except for harder factoring and harder factoring. Wait till next year. They call it like impossible factoring. Oh, God, I think I want to teach pre-calculus when they get to impossible factoring. They're like, factoring for freaks, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's do this. So this is 3, got done with that blue pen, tangent theta and tangent theta. I know it's got to be 2 and 1. Let's see. I'll put the 2 here and the 1 here. Now, you may not believe me, but that's true. This is going to be negative. And this is going to be positive. This gives me negative 6 and positive 1. That adds up to negative 5. So there's my 2 answers. This one's going to give me tangent theta equals negative 1/3. And this one's going to give me tangent theta equals 2. Okay. Now I go work. I think I already did 2. 2 is 64 degrees, right? So if I got 2 is 64 degrees... Maybe I rounded it wrong. Or 63 degrees. Why did I say 64? 63 degrees. So 2 is theta is equal to 63 degrees. And then tangent of negative 1/3. I know we haven't done that yet. So let's go up. It's easier to do this since we're going to do a whole bunch of tangents. Divided by 1. Notice I'm not putting in the negative. 18 degrees. So theta is equal to 18 degrees. But we don't keep that 1 because it's negative. So positive. Tangent is positive 1 and 4. So we keep the 63. 1 and 3, excuse me. And then 180 plus 63, that's 243. So those are my first 2. This one is going to give me angles in the second and fourth quadrant. So I'm going to do 180 minus 18, 162, and 360 minus 18, 342. Nothing really has changed here, kids. It's kind of new, or kind of same old, same old. Oh my God. My leading coefficient is a 6. I love math. Pause so that you can try this on your own and then come back. Hey, welcome back. Good pausing. Love it, love it. If you didn't pause it, loser. Oh yeah, I said it. I said the L word. You're a loser. You are one lazy loser. Or not. Maybe you're not. Minus 15. Let's get this thing equal to 0. Remember, we always want our squared term positive. What do you want to try? 3x and 2x? That's what I want to try. Let's try 3x, or 3 tangent. I should have thetas here. That's lazy. Oh, no, these are x's. Tangent x. 3 tangent x. 2. Man, this is sloppy. Get a black pen in my hand. It got all sloppy. Go back to the normal dark black pen there, and it gets all yucky. Tangent squared x. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 tan x and 2 tan x. Ah, much nicer. Oops, forgot the x. Okay. One's got to be plus and one's got to be minus, but I'm not really sure what we're doing here. They got to add up to positive 1. Let's try 5 and 3. I think that'll work, because this would give me 9, and this would give me 10. And if, as long as the 10 is positive, there's 10's positive and there's 9 negative, that gives me positive x. Oh, positive tangent x. Perfect. Oh, I don't know. Somehow that black pen just looks awesome. I don't know why. It looks so sharp and clear and crisp. Anyway, here we go. tangent x equals negative 5 over 3. Look how beautiful that is. It's beautiful math because it's math. And then I get tangent x equals positive 3 over 2. Okay, so let's try this. We're going to inverse tan 5/3. So we're going to inverse tan 5/3. 5/3. I get 59 degrees. I am not going to keep the 59 degrees, however, because it is negative. So I have to do 180 minus 59. That's 121 degrees. And then 360 minus 59 is 301 degrees. All right, now let me do the 3/2. So delete 3 over delete 2, 3/2, 56 degrees. We will keep that. X equals 56 degrees. I should have said x equals here. So we will keep that 56 degrees. And then 180 plus 56 would be, is that 236, I believe? This is awesome. Well, I managed to do it again. I went too far. I went and got almost the entire thing done, and I realized, I went too long, and the video and audio are going to be up. If you look at the end of that last problem, you saw my audio was getting out of sync of my video. Oh yeah, I need a new computer. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, let's get back. Let's talk about this. We've already done these Pythagorean identities. I just want to remind you, because it's been a couple of weeks since you've seen them, and the first time you saw them, your head was like, what you talking about, Krause? But anyway, let's get talking. So let's start with the one that we know, the Pythagorean identity that is near and dear to our heart. Cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta equals 1. And our directions on this one are we're going to divide through by sine squared theta. So I picked the orange pen. I'm going to divide through everything by sine squared theta. Now I know this might look familiar for some of you that were conscious when I was doing it the first time, which is everybody, because I don't let you go unconscious. We're going to divide through by sine squared theta. Now, I'm never going to ask you to do that, but it's a legal thing. I just multiply both sides by, really multiplying both sides by 1 over sine squared, or dividing both sides by sine squared theta. All right. What does this equal? Well, cosine squared divided by sine squared is, you guessed it, cotangent squared theta. Sine squared divided by sine squared is 1. Is equal to, and then this 1 over sine squared. Well, the reciprocal function of sine is cosecant, so this is cosecant squared theta. So here's another one that you have to commit to memory. Now, once you have this one committed to memory, you can make transformations on it. Like, for example, let's say I want to know what cotangent squared theta is. Well, I just move the 1 over. So cotangent squared theta is equal to cosecant squared theta minus 1. I would just memorize this one. C's go together. I talked to you about that before. Let's get back again. Let's try this again. We're going to start with cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta equals 1. This time we're going to divide through by cosine squared theta. Well, that was ugly. So cosine squared theta divided by cosine squared theta is just 1 plus. Sine over cosine is tangent, so this is tangent squared theta. And then 1 over cosine squared theta is equal to secant squared theta. So this is another one you have to commit to memory. Now, I can also modify that, just like I did before, by bringing the 1 over, and I can say tangent squared theta is equal to secant squared theta minus 1. When am I going to ever use this stuff, Mr. Krause? To pass the final exam. I'm not trying to teach you mathematics that'll generally become like everyday mathematics that you use. I'm trying to teach you how to think mathematically. That's my only goal. Can you think mathematically? Can you not get freaked out by weird stuff coming up? Because then you'll be a better, more educated person that can think a little bit more clearly. Anyway, we've got a function that has secant in it, and we have a function that has tangent in it. It's not allowed. You have to have just one or the other. And I told you before, just like this, no rules changed. You can really only replace things that are squared or double angles. So we're going to replace secant squared theta. Now if I come back up here, secant squared theta is equal to 1 plus tangent squared theta. So I'm going to replace that. 2 parentheses plus 7 tangent theta plus 4 equals 0. Now I'm going to replace it with 1 plus tangent squared theta. Is that what I got? 1 plus tangent squared theta is equal to secant squared theta. Now that I've done this, I'm going to clean it up, and then I'll just finish it. So I get 2 plus 2 tangent squared theta plus 7 tangent theta plus 4 equals 0. Now I got to clean it up. 2 tangent squared theta plus 7 tangent theta plus 6 equals 0. Now we've got some factoring to do. So let's see. This is going to be 2 tangent theta and tangent theta. The signs are going to be the same, and they're both going to be positive, so plus and plus. They got to multiply to 6. Well, really the only way to multiply to 6 is 2 and 3. I can't put the 2 here, so I'll put the 3 here and the 2 here. Let's see, that's 7 and that's 4 and 3 is 7. All right, so I end up with tangent theta equals 3 over 2 and tangent theta equals negative 2. Well, I've already done these before. Tangent theta equals 3 over 2. Let's see if I can find it. Is this it? 3 over 2, 56 degrees. So 56 degrees for this one. And how about negative 2? Do we do negative? Or just 2? All I need is 2. 2 is 63 degrees. This one I'm going to keep. This one I'm not going to keep. I'm going to keep it because this is positive. So 56 degrees. And now tangent's positive in the third quadrant. So 180 plus 56 degrees is 236 degrees. I'm not keeping this, so I do 180 minus 63 degrees. That's 117 degrees. And just like before, this is going to be 297 degrees. All right, I'll be right back. I don't want to mess my video and audio up. All right, kids, we are at the last problem. Now, it looks like I always get kids that say, it looks like the same functions, but they're not. This is cosecant, and this is cotangent. They're not the same, and you can't factor them if the same. So we have to replace only the squared term. So we want to replace cosecant, and cosecant squared is cotangent squared plus 1. So we're going to replace this with cotangent squared theta plus 1, and then copy everything else down. Plus cotangent theta minus 7 equals 0. Or cotangent squared theta plus cotangent theta minus 6 equals 0. Factoring here can't get any easier. It's cotangent theta, cotangent theta. Multiply to negative 6 and add up to positive 1, plus 3, minus 2. We've already done these before. This one gives me cotangent theta equals negative 3, and cotangent theta equals positive 2. So if I look back, I do look back, cotangent equals negative 3, that's at 18 degrees. And this one would give me theta is equal to 27 degrees. All right, we're almost done. Got 4 answers. What is that? Pretty good with the left side. The right side's a little struggling. All right. We don't keep this one. Let's see. Tangent is negative in the third and fourth. So we do 180 plus 18, 198. 360 minus 18, 342. We are going to keep the 27. And let's see. 180 plus 27 would be 117, right? No. 180 plus 27, 207. And that's it, kids. We are done. We are out of here. I hope you had some fun factoring. I did. All right, kids. I can't stress it enough. You have to learn, memorize these two. Get them down, get them done. All right. See you, kids. Bye.